Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
And we won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go?
Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled to
who are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Niggas playing hard, but he really soft. Prosper got shot. Tate got shot. Desi got dropped. Damn. Nate got popped. Damn. Leaky got shot. What the hell? Spaz face hot. On game. Corbin got kidnapped. They found his bones. He was right. Where's Corbin? Meet you us the boss. They knocked his ass off. John act the fool till they walked his ass down. Sat 5 in the ground. 5. Curtis felt him round. Corbin got kidnapped. Lost. Got his ass found. Okay. Ride with an old stick.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? We are in the building. All right, you guys. Yes. I think I got my TikTok back. Okay. Yeah, I think I got my TikTok back. All right. So I'm all happy about it. If you hadn't seen that, I know Zen seen it because Zen made a remark. And I know Lisa Taylor seen it because this was like a year ago, you guys. I made that video a year ago. Did you guys ever see it? Some of you guys already seen it. Some of you guys didn't see it. But I wanted to share it with you because, I do a little bit of acting. I do. I get my grind on. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, I want to say thank you guys for showing up, coming on in. Make sure you share the live. Hit that share button. Hit that like button. Come on in. Let's talk. I am still doing studying. And I love you too. Woke to God. And you guys, first I was going to talk about this kid that was in California. It was a road rage going on. And they pulled, it was just a regular car, and I wanted to talk about that, but I've seen this right here, and I just wanted to share what we found out, because this happened May the 26th, but they just went to court. An 11-year-old boy in Mississippi was shot by a police officer, and the police officer were called to the house. This is almost like the young lady that, the door was open at her house. I think it was somewhere in, maybe it was in the maybe the Houston area, Texas area, or whatever. And they called for police, and something went wrong. So I want to share that with you guys, because I want you guys to be very careful. It's just too much of this craziness going on. But anyway, I want to share that this police officer shot this boy, unarmed child, 11 years old. The child survived, but he had a collapsed lung, a laceration to, I don't know, the liver or something. But I'm going to share it with you. It says, attorney for 11-year-old boy, Mississippi boy, shot by police, says there's no way he could have been mistaken for an adult. Now, this is what happened. An attorney for 11-year-old boy, Mississippi boy, who was shot by a police officer after he called 911 for help, said Thursday there was no way the boy could have been mistaken for an adult. The attorney, Carlos Moores, is asking for a full and transparency investigation of the shooting. Now, you know that the police officers do have to wear body cam. They will not they will not release the body cam, and they done had judge, jury, and everything, and found that the officer was in his rights. This does not make no sense. You see why people be like, oh, get your cameras out or whatever, and then the next thing you know, you can't even use the camera. I'm going to tell you something. They can use it when they want to use it, and then they don't use it when it benefits you. Okay? So, this police officer has a body cam, but they would not release what was being seen on his body cam. Now, check this out. So, the attorney, Carlos Moore, is the little boy and his mother's attorney. He is asking for a full and transparent investigation. The little boy's name is Adrian. I'm sorry. I don't know why I couldn't say his name. It's spelled different, but my grandson's name is Adrian. Adrian Moore is recovering after being released from the hospital. Accordingly to his family, who has called for the officer to be fired and charged with the shooting, the boy is traumatized and will require counseling, according to Moore. Adrian Moore was shot in the chest by the Indiana. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's Indianola. I guess it's Indianola Police Department office. Early Saturday morning, while the officer was responding to a domestic disturbance call at the child's home. According to his mother, Nakila Murray, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. Moore, that's the attorney for the little boy, told CNN Thursday there is no way the boy could have been mistaken by the officer for the adult who was the subject of the 911 call, a man over 6 foot tall. This 11-year-old boy was about 4'10", it looks like, and so he could not have been confused. Moore said, so we don't know what happened, but we do know this officer's actions was reckless, very reckless, and could have led to the loss of this child. Moore said the boy didn't eat everything right that morning of the shooting and described him as a good student who obeyed his mother's request that he called the police for assistance. So I'm going to go into a little bit of an in-depth so you guys can understand. So evidently she has other children, and I'm just paraphrasing a little bit. I don't know for sure, but it seemed like the girl, her daughter, father, the daughter father came over to the house at 4 o'clock in the morning, irate, And the mother was like, hey, he wants to argue, he wants to fight. She told her son, go call the police. So the daughter must have been like coming in late or having a boy over at the house. Something had happened, and the mother was trying to put her foot down, be the mother that she was, that she's supposed to do, run her house, not somebody that's absent from the house trying to take care of the kids, because you know how little girls is. Mama did this, mama said that, or whatever, whatever, whatever. However it happened, she was like, now she's got to deal with this man because she has a child that is upset with her. And so, the child probably, Dad, Mom did this. Dad, Mom said that, or whatever. I'm in trouble. I'm grown, or whatever, whatever, whatever. He comes over to the house thinking he's going to run something. So mother was like, I'm not going to fool with him. She told her son, Adrian, go call the police. Adrian, go call the police. When the police get there, they say, come out with your hands up. Everybody got their hands up. When Adrian comes around the corner, the police shoots Adrian in the chest. Paraphrasing, but that's how it happened, okay? So let me go on to what they say. So no child should ever be subject to such violence at the hands of those who are sworn to protect and serve. Moore said in a statement early Thursday, we must demand justice for this young boy and his family. We cannot allow another senseless tragedy like this to occur. We must come together as a community to demand change and accountability from our law enforcement officers. The circumstances of the shootings are under investigation. Moore, the boy's mother, and others held a sit-in protest Thursday morning at the Indianapolis City Hall. A marching rally to demand the firing of the officer and the release of the body camera footage is planned for Saturday. We are demanding justice, Moore said, outside City Hall on Thursday morning before the set-in. An 11-year-old black boy in the city of Indianola came within an inch of losing his life. He had done nothing wrong and everything right. The Indianola Police Department on Friday referred all questions regarding the incident to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which has declined to comment beyond a short statement released last weekend. Now, this boy was seriously injured and suffered a collapsed lung, fractured ribs, and a laceration liver from the shooting. He was released from the University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson on Wednesday. Hospital spokesperson Anna O said, he still has lots of questions. Moore said of the boy on Thursday, he is emotionally distraught. He is glad to be alive. Murray said her son is blessed to be alive and is asking why the police shot him. Murray told ABC Good Morning America on Thursday that an arriving officer yelled, open the door, and when she opened it, an officer outside was holding up a gun, telling her to come outside. Murray told the show she stepped outside and walked towards the end of the driveway where her mother was, and then heard a shot, and I saw my son run out towards where we were. He then fell, bleeding from a gunshot wound, she said. The officer who fired the shot told her that he had shot Adrian after he came around a corner, she told the show. Moore told CNN he met Adrian in person for the first time on Thursday and described him as being a good spirit but still shocked about what happened. He added he is afraid of the police. He is still in pain. Moore said, the police department has yet to contact the boy's mother. The mother asked son to call the police. Murray said CNN that the father of another of her children arrived at the home at 4 a.m. irate. Concerned about her safety, Murray asked Adrian to call the police. Murray said the officer who arrived at the home had his gun drawn at the front door and asked those inside the home to come outside. Murray said her son was shot coming around the corner of a hallway into the living room. Once he came from around the corner, he got shot Murray said. I cannot grasp. Why? The same cop that told him to come out of the house, Adrian did, and he got shot. He kept asking, why did he shoot me? What did I do wrong? She asked. The shooting happened within what felt like 1 to 2 minutes after the officer asked those in the house to come outside, Murray said. The boy was given a chest tube and placed on a ventilator at the University of Mississippi Medical Center in Jackson after developing a collapsed lung, fractured ribs, and a laceration liver. Because of this shooting, his mother said he was released from the hospital Wednesday. CNN has reached out to the hospital. 2 other children, including Murray's daughter and 2-year-old nephew, were also in the home at the time of the shooting, she said. Body camera footage has not been released. Okay? Murray's family attorney, Carlos Murr, told CNN the incident was captured on police body camera. The attorney said his request for the body camera footage was denied due to an ongoing investigation. What do they got to do with anything? Anyway, yeah, release the video. Moore also said he was told there is video of the incident from a nearby gas station. The Indianola Police Department confirmed that the officer involved in the shooting is named Greg Capers. He's a black officer. He's a black police officer, older black officer, but did not provide any additional details on the shooting. Okay. CNN reached out to Capers for comment but did not immediately hear back. On Monday evening, the Indiana Board of Aldermen voted to place Capers on paid administrative leave while the shooting is investigated, according to the family's attorney. In 2021, they're going to be talking about Capers was named the Indianola Chamber Main Street Policeman of the Year. So in 2021, he was the Main Street Policeman of the Year, according to the Enterprise newspaper. In a statement over the weekend, the MBI, I don't know who's the MBI, Mississippi something Bureau of Investigation, that's got to be the MBI, said the agency is currently assessing this critical incident and gathering evidence and will turn over its finding to the state attorney general office after the investigation is complete. On Wednesday, MBI spokesperson Bailey Martin declined to answer additional questions, telling CNN in an email, due to this being an open and ongoing investigation, no further comments will be made. They always like to say that because they just don't want to say anything. Yeah, we do know that it's an ongoing investigation. Every time when they say it's an ongoing investigation, that just tell you they ain't going to tell you nothing. So the family is angry with the police officers remaining employed by the department. Murray said, that's the mother, the attorney. Murray is the mother. She's the mother. Said that after her son was shot, she placed her hand on his wound to apply pressure as he sang gospel songs and prayed while bleeding out. So she put her hand on his wound while he's bleeding, and the boy was singing gospel songs, you guys. I'm telling you, you're going to be under attack. This is a child. He's an 11-year-old boy. And he probably was singing, yes, Jesus loves me, because the Bible tells me so. I mean, I don't know what songs he'll know. I mean, kids nowadays, they got the songs. So the officer, she said, tried to help render first aid and placed his hand on top of hers to try to stop Adrian's bleeding. When an ambulance arrived, medics were very attentive, she said. Adrian came within an inch of losing his life, Moore said. It's not okay for a cop to do this and get away with this. The mother asked Adrian to call the police on her daughter's father. He walked out of his room as directed by the police and he got shot. Murray said the police told her that her daughter's father was taken into custody later in the day on Saturday, but eventually released because she had not filed a police report against him. When was I going to have time to do that? I was in the hospital with my son, she said, reacting to the news of the man's release from custody. So they called the police needing help. She told her son to call the police because her daughter, father, was over to the house acting a nut. Police come, shoot the child that called the police. They arrested the father and took him to jail. And since she didn't come, shot the son. And it's supposed to have been a mistake, but shot the son. And so the mom was at the hospital, tending to her son that done got shot. Supposed to be mistakenly, which I know it probably was a mistake. But when you have a gun, you can't make mistakes like that. That's what I'm saying. Cause I hate to call you, and just because you gun happy or you scared, or you're more scared than I'm scared. I know everybody's get scared or whatever. But I don't want you to come because me and the neighbors having a feud, and then you take your gun out and shoot me, my dog, my husband, or whatever, and say, well, I was scared. But here's the thing. What I don't understand, and I'm going to finish because I'm almost done, you guys. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because what I don't understand here is, first of all, when you become police, you're going to be scared because that's just human nature. You putting yourself, you really don't know what's happening or whatever. But you cannot be so trigger happy that you're shooting everything that moves. You can't do that. You just can't shoot something because it moved. That could have been a 2-year-old. It's just so happened it's an 11-year-old. And then you didn't even see if the child had a gun, the child was unarmed, or was it the man? You're just shooting. You're just shooting. And it could have startled him. Well, I don't know. I don't know, you guys. 4 days after the shooting, Murray told the CNN, no one came to the hospital from the police station, nor had she spoken to any police investigators about the shooting. I'm just happy my son is alive, she said. Moore told the newspaper that he is furious that capers remain employed by the police department. We believe the city and the officers should be liable to Adrian Murray for the damages they have caused. And they are. They are responsible for that. Whether it was a mistake, it's still your response. At least they didn't even pay the hospital bills, you guys. Miss Tina says, I agree with you, SP. You cannot be trigger happy just because you carry pow pow. That don't mean that you can be cocky and ignorant with the pow pow. Exactly. Exactly. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm just, and I want you guys to know something, and it's kind of weird. Let me try to pull it up real quick. I think I can. There's no charges. That's the sad part about the whole situation. So this came in Saturday. So it says the police who shot the 11-year-old will face no charges. I wanted you guys to know that. The state attorney said that a grand jury found no criminal conduct. The police were responding to the house after the boy's mother called for help. But no, let me see where they're saying it at. A Mississippi police officer who shot an 11-year-old boy in the chest in May will not face any charges for the shooting. But they will not show that body cam. That's crazy. That's part of the evidence. The boy didn't have nothing in his hand. He had his hands up. And yeah. Somewhere I read he had his hands up, you guys. Okay, the Indiana Nolia police sergeant, he's a sergeant, Greg Capers shot Adrian Murray in May after the boy's mother, Nakila Murray, called the police for help during a domestic disturbance, according to USA Today. The shooting left Adrian with a collapsed lung, laceration liver, and fractured rib. In a statement released on Thursday, Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitcher said her officer had completed its review of the case and presented it in a grand jury. Fitch said that the grand jury found no criminal conduct on behalf of the officer and that her office would take no further criminal action in this case. The Murray family attorney previously told Business Insider that one officer had ordered everyone inside the Murray's home to come out with your hands up. But when Adrian complied, the officer opened fire. Murray said Adrian remembered the entire incident and began receiving counseling following the shooting to help him cope with the trauma. Still, he's reassured his own mother that she did nothing wrong. He told his mom not to worry. It was not her fault. Moore told the Business Insider she was blaming herself, and he's trying to encourage her not to blame herself. He told us, it's the cops' fault. It's not your fault. He was doing all he could to help protect his mom, and he ended up getting shot. Nakia told USA Today that she told her son about the grand jury's decision when he came home from school on Thursday, worrying that it would make him feel like they didn't care. At a press conference on Thursday, this is the update, you guys. Nakia called for police to release the body camera footage of the shooting. She said, release it. Watching that footage was nothing I was prepared for emotionally, but it was something I had to do. She said, I feel disgusted, outraged, and emotionally damaged, but in all of those feelings, I feel blessed. This has been a process of fighting for justice for my son. Michael Carr. So I'm wondering, she said watching that footage was nothing I was prepared for emotionally, but it was something I had to do. So she must have seen the footage. So Michael Carr, an attorney for Capers, told Business Insider in a statement that Capers was relieved at the grand jury's decision and is looking forward to closing this chapter. Now, what if the child died? He would have been saying, oh, I'm ready to go back out there and get a little trigger happy some more. No, dude, you need to get off the force. You know, you're doing too much. Well, a tragic situation, this was not a criminal act. Thankful the city of Indianola equipped Sergeant Capers with body camera technology, and this made clear exactly what happened. The statement said the members of the grand jury, applying the facts to the law, reached the right results. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And so I want to give you guys a little update because I just seen this, so I want you guys to know. You remember we always do our updates and everything. We usually do them on Friday. Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing? I see you in the building. What's going on? You remember Derek Chauvin, the one that put his knee on Floyd's neck? And all of that happened. And then remember I was telling you guys that Chauvin was stabbed while he was doing his time in prison. Well, they just let out a little release about his stabbing. So the inmate that was accused of stabbing Derek, He stabbed Derek 22 times. I'm just saying, you guys, he stabbed him 22 times. That's something we didn't know. It just came in. I'm just letting you guys know. Now you guys can say, oh, SP said he was stabbed 22 times. So it says the inmate accused of stabbing Derek 22 times was nearing the end of his current sentence. He did not care. But anyway, I don't know why that happened. The inmate, he was doing an end of 30-year sentence, was accused of planning the attack. He planned the attack. An incarcerated former gang member and one-time FBI informant was charged Friday with attempted murder in the stabbing of ex-Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin at a federal prison in Arizona. His name is John Tursack. More like Tursack is more like either a Canadian name. So I don't believe that this is an African American guy. I believe that this is a white guy. His name is John Tursack. He stabbed Chauvin 22 times at the Federal Correctional Institute in Tucson. He said he would have killed Chauvin had the correctional officers not responded so quickly. Tursack serving 30 years sentence for crimes committed while a member of the Mexico Mafia gang he's Mexican. He told the investigators he thought about attacking Chauvin for about a month because the former officer convicted of murdering George Floyd is a high-profile inmate. Prosecutors said Tursack later denied waiting to kill Chauvin. Tursack is accused of attacking Chauvin with the improvised knife in the prison law library about 12:30 p.m. on November 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. The Bureau of Prisons said employees stopped the attack and performed life-saving measures. Chauvin was taken to a hospital for treatment. Tursack told FBI agents interviewing him after the assault that he attacked Chauvin on Black Friday as a symbol connection to the Black Lives Matter movement, which garnered widespread support in the wake of Floyd's death, and the black hand symbol associated with the Mexican Mafia, prosecutors said. Tursack is 52 years of age, is also charged with assault with intent to commit murder, assault with a dangerous weapon, and assault resulting in serious bodily injury. The attempt murder and assault with intent to commit murder charges are each punishable by up to 20 years in prison. He is scheduled to complete this current sentence in 2026. A lawyer for Tursack was not listed in court records. Tursack has represented himself from prison in numerous court matters. After the stabbing, he was moved to an adjacent federal penitentiary in Tucson, where he remained in custody on Friday, inmates' record shows. Chauvin, 47, was sent to FCI Tucson from a maximum security Minnesota State Prison in August 2022, is serving a 21-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights and a 22-and-a-half-year state sentence for second-degree murder. Chauvin's lawyer at the time, Eric, had advocated for keeping him out of a general population and away from other inmates, anticipated he would be a target in Minnesota. Chauvin was mainly kept in solitary confinement, largely for his own protection. Nelson wrote in court papers last year. Floyd, who was black, died on May the 25th, 2020, after Chauvin, who is white, pressed a knee on his neck for 9.5 minutes on the street outside a convenience store, where Floyd was suspected of trying to pass a counterfeit $20 bill. Bystanders video captured Floyd fading cries of "I can't breathe." His death touched off protests worldwide, some of which turned violent and forced a national reckoning with police brutality and racism. Tursack led a faction of the Mexican mafia in the Los Angeles area in the 1990s, going by the nickname Stranger. According to court records, he became an FBI informant in 1997, providing information about the gang and recordings of conversations he had with other Mexican mafia members and associates. He might not want it to just get out because he know he was going to be dead. You know what I'm saying? Because he was an informant. The investigation led to more than 40 indictments, but about midway through, the FBI dropped Tusak as an informant because he was still dealing drugs, extorting money, and authorizing assaults. According to court papers, Tusak plotted attacks on rival gang members and was accused of attempting to kill a leader of a rival Mexican mafia faction while also being targeted himself. Tusak pleaded guilty in 2001 to racketeering and conspiring to kill a gang rival. He said he thought his cooperation with the FBI would have earned a lighter sentence. I didn't commit those crimes for kicks, Tusak said, according to news reports about his sentence. I did them because I had to, if I wanted to stay alive. I told that to the FBI agent, and they just said, do what you have to do. Wow. I believe what he's saying. I believe what he's saying. And you guys, I want to show you something, but I can't show it to you right now. But I'm going to take a picture of something right now because this will be in our update come Wednesday. And it's going to be kind of hectic when we come on Wednesday because you know what happens on Wednesday. I have to go back to work, so I'm going to be tired and drained and everything. But wow. Unfreaking believable what I'm just seeing here. It's an update and I can't even show you the picture, so I'm not even going to say what it is, because if I tell you what it is, somebody's going to run and go tell somebody else, and then they're going to be like, oh, looky here, you know, da 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 da. But it's an update on something, and it is killing me that I can't show it to you right now. Wow. I wish I could. I'm wondering if I could download that picture. I'm wondering. Oh, anyway. So what was you saying? So Wendy says he was still a child that should not be gone. He didn't die. The boy didn't die. When we were talking about Adrian, he didn't die. He was shot though. But I wonder how the mother finally seeing the video, because the whole thing was she wanted them to show the video. And she says, I guess she finally seen it. So, the incident happened after Adrian's mother called the police during a domestic dispute with her ex-boyfriend who had broken into her home. When police arrived, Moore said Officer Greg, 61, entered the home. See, he's 61 years of age, and told everyone inside to come out with their hands up. Moore said Murray walked outside after rounding a corner with his hands up and was shot in the chest. Previous news reports show Capers obtained the rank of sergeant and was named best officer in Indian Nobles in 2021. The shooting of Adrian gained national attention. I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you. As a heartbreaking example of the challenges faced by marginalized communities, the family, deeply affected by the trauma of the incident, is determined to seek accountability and justice through both state and federal court civil suits, said Murray in a press release, according to WREG TV. The outlet reported more as saying his legal team will continue to exalt all avenues available. So I guess there was a 5 million. I'm trying to snap on it, but it ain't telling me. It says a 5 million lawsuit was filed against the city for the police chief and capers, but it's not showing that. Anyway, that's what we see, and that was 21 hours ago. But it says that no weapons, I mean, no charges is going to be found for this officer. What was that? I think Wendy's talking about case because Dunn has looked over about police. You're okay, Wendy. The law in the court cases are not right. They automatically say we guilty because of the color of our skin. Yeah, but this kid did nothing. Adrian was taken into the hospital and treated. Okay, something went right over. They do so much that you can't never read nothing. Mississippi grand jury has determined that an officer will not be held liable after shooting and wounding an 11-year-old boy. Adrian Murray was shot in the chest on May the 20th. Wow. I mean, I guess there's nothing you can really say about it. I mean, they took it to a grand jury. The grand jury says that he's not, I guess once you see, there's got to be more to that video. See, that's why I don't really go on one side or the other. I mean, it sounds bad, but the mother said she finally got to see the video. And I wonder, what did she see? You know what I'm saying? Because remember, at first they said something about she was outside down the driveway. Okay, if he was shot in the house, how could you see if he had his hands up or not? Like, that doesn't make sense. How would you know, Mom, that he had his hands up? Maybe when he came around the corner, he didn't have his hands up. Or maybe he had something in his hand, like his PlayStation. Or, those little things that when you play the PlayStation, your little remotes or whatever. And maybe that's what made the guy shoot. We don't know. We hadn't seen the video. You know. I mean, you could say he had his hands up, but how do you know? I don't know. I can't really make it out. But it's just sad. I wanted to share with you guys. I want you guys to be very careful right now, because there's just the spirit of this like incident and accident and mischief is going around. And I'm not trying to scare you. It's just, like I said, I was actually reading where in California, this couple, a husband and a wife, was going down the highway, and a car just kind of, cut them off and got mad at them for they cut them off and got mad at them like get out of my way, I'm trying to get over or something. So they getting off the highway, and as they were getting off the highway, the car followed them where they were going. And so they're going down the streets and stuff. So the woman and the husband, they had a child in the back seat, and I think the child was like 8 years old. And it's really sad. And I really think I can't really talk about it, because just think about, this could be anybody at any given time. Somebody gets mad at you. I've had people get mad at me all the time because I drive slow, or I didn't turn on my signal light, or I thought about turning around, and they're like, they get mad and they cussing and stuff. And the sad thing about it is, 9 times out of 10, to be honest with you guys, I have a little road rage too. But I mean, like, if you do something stupid and you're just sitting at the light or something, I'm gonna honk my horn to tell you to go. Or if you cut me off or something, I might give you the bird. I'm not trying to do that, but I try not to do that. Is interact with people with a car, tons of metal. 10, 20,000 tons of metal. I don't want to tick you off because you got this car. I got a car too, but um they follow this family. They don't know who's all in the car, but they follow the car. And so the father, he drives slow, and the car pulls up right next to him. And soon as they pull right next to him, it was a man and a woman in the car. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I want to say this before we get off of here today. There was a man and a woman in the car. Okay, there's a reason why I want to tell you this. But they start shooting into the car with the woman, the mama and the daddy and the baby in the back seat. Well, like I said, they didn't know who was really in the car. They just start shooting at the car. So whoever was driving finally rushed to the hospital because their child has been shot and the child died, okay? The child is gone. I didn't really want to talk about this because it's painful. But they caught the guy and the girl. And the reason why I'm telling you it was a guy and the girl in the car and how they caught them is what I wanted to share. That is the information that sometimes when we talk about these things, there's information in this conversation that you need to realize that's out there now that can get you caught up when you're doing, stupidity stuff. If that's a word, stupidity. Let me try to find it because it's called something. Let me see. What was it called? Okay, here it is right here. It was a 4-year-old boy. I'm sorry. He wasn't 8, he was 4. I'm getting this one mixed up with that. Okay. A 4-year-old boy was fatally shot in front of his parents in the Southern California area. Authorities described it unimaginable road rage incident involving 2 suspects who allegedly chased down the victim's family and unleashed a barrage of gunfire on the vehicle. The fatal shooting occurred Friday night in Los Angeles County. This is over there by Lancaster. And I've got friends out there. So Friday night in Los Angeles, after the assault allegedly cut off the family's car on the highway in Lancaster, according to the Los Angeles sheriff. It's unimaginable. This could have been any of our families. It could have been any of us. A 29-year-old man and a 27-year-old woman was arrested and booked at the Los Angeles County Jail on suspicion of murder. The department said in a statement that the suspects' names were not immediately released yet. Okay, the violence unfolded around 7:30 p.m. local time Friday as the victim's family was driving on the Sierra Highway in Lancaster and encountered the suspects in traffic, according to the sheriff's department. During the incident, the suspect's driver cut them off and then began following them through several surface streets. The LASD said while being pursued by the suspects, the victim driver slowed his vehicle, at which time the suspect driver pulled up along the passenger side of the victim's car and began shooting. A bullet was fired into the family's car and hit the child, who was in the back seat, in the torso. His father and mother, who were in the vehicle, immediately transported him to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased, according to the sheriff. The child name is being withheld pending an autopsy. The boy's parents was not injured. Investigators were able, come on, this is what I'm wanting to share with you guys, because I didn't really want to talk about dead babies and kids, but we have to go there. It doesn't matter. We got to do that. But the boy's parents was not injured, but the investigators were able to identify and tracked down the suspects within hours through the use of crime fighting technology the city of Lancaster's installed earlier this year, according to Paris. Did you guys hear what I said? Please put a 1 in the chat. So, you remember I was telling you guys, and I told you guys, this ain't something that they just started putting up and all this other stuff. Like, if you come into Kansas, you're not getting away. If we don't want you to get away, you're not getting away. Just don't do, you can do some petty stuff, but you're not gonna come in here doing bank stuff. You're not gonna come over here doing stuff, because we are the air capital of the world, Kansas. So we can't let you come in and go out. We ain't even got trains coming in here. It's one way in and one way out. But other states are doing this too. Like, if you think that this is a bird on the lamp pole, it's actually cameras. And they can track back where you came out the house, who you are, where you live, the license plate, you open up your wallet, everything. Everything. And Lancaster's, I guess they just started having this, but we got them here. I told you guys that. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Diane. So, detectives said the suspect's vehicle was detected by the city flock safety automatic license plate recognition. Oh, looky, Sugar Mama done came in the building. Oh my goodness, Sugar Mama. Where's our notes at? She said, let me give you 5 on that. No, that ain't 5. I'm sorry, I ain't got my glasses on. She said I got 50 on it. 50? 50. Oh my goodness, Sugar Mama said 50 on it. Let's give her a shout out. Thank you, Sugar Mama. I'm putting your name on the list right now as we go. And thank ya. Let's give. Oh, she said she want that dancing chicken.
Dropping them but golden nuggets.
SP News Nuggets. And you guys, we're gonna have a lovely time. And if we don't, oh well. Here we go.
I'm known to throw shade.
Now say Robinson died as the result of a spinal injury.
Well, they told us it was alcohol poison.
Go and terrorize black and brown communities.
Tell me the truth. I won't even get mad. I won't get mad.
Are you sure you ain't gonna get mad?
I'm not gonna get mad. Just tell me if you slept with her yesterday. I won't
Are
get
you
mad.
sure you ain't gonna get
I
mad?
won't get mad.
Alright, well, I slept with her.
Come on.
She said, come here. Thank you, Sugar Mama, for that. That was a good way to come on out, you guys. I appreciate you. You know our hour is really up. And I just want you guys to be careful. Talk to your children. Talk to them, you guys, because I keep saying this, and people think it can't happen until it happens. I want you guys to know it can happen to anybody. All this stuff that's going on, it can happen. And now I understand why my mama would always say, I don't want to call the police. I don't want to call the police. She was scared that something might happen to her. Because she was like, shoot, then here I am going to jail. I'm calling them for one thing, and they like, which show me your ID. And you got a warrant for, a library book from 50 years ago and whatever. But you know how that works. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off here. I want you guys to know that we're going to have our Christmas giveaway December 21st at 8 p.m. Central Time. Please have your face in the place. I will see you then. All right. And I will see you Wednesday. And we will do some pop-ups. I know I didn't do it this weekend, but I've been studying. But your girl is on it. So anyway, you guys, be good, be safe, and be nice to each other. Bye.
Niggas playing hard, but he really soft. Prosper got shot, Tate got shot, Desert got dropped, damn. Nate got popped, damn. Leaky got shot, what the hell? Splash face hot, on game. Corbin got kidnapped, they found his bones, he was right. Corbin, meet you up the boss, they knocked his ass off. John act the fool till they walked his ass down. Sat dive in the ground, Curtis felt him round. Corbin got kidnapped, lost, got his ass found.
Mama, Sugar Mama, you're in the building. What's on your mind?
I want to give Miss Tina Powers one ticket for me.
Okay, Miss Tina, you want me to give Tina Powers?
Yeah, one ticket.
Okay, let me write it on here. I was getting ready to go on, and you was like, let me call in. Okay, give one ticket to Tina. Give one ticket to Tina, okay?
Yeah, and I'll keep the balance, and I'll take the numbers later. Much love.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Tina, you hear that? All right, Tina, that was for you. Sugar Mama's giving you a ticket. Let me get on out of here, you guys.
Niggas playing hard, but he really soft. Prosper got shot, Tate got shot, Desert got dropped, damn. Nate got popped, damn. Leaky got shot, what the hell? Splash face hot, on game. Corbin got kidnapped, they found his bones, he was right. Corbin, meet you up the boss, they knocked his ass off. John act the fool till they walked his ass down. Sat dive in the ground, Curtis felt him round. Corbin got kidnapped, lost, got his ass found. Ride with an old stick.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.